Better in school, or smarter than any other group.
A lot has changed in the last 25 years. It was a tremendous experience to go back and see it. The airfield that was once one of the busiest spots in the world is now deserted. The madhouse of warehouses around the airfield that once were packed with people and activity are now either torn down or deserted. The streets that were once filled with vehicles, bumper to bumper, now are filled with bicycles. The office buildings that I'd seen before now have either fallen down or not very much, not very used. Somehow I thought it would be even more crowded and more busy than it was a quarter century ago, but it turns out it's not.
The people changed it all.
Yes.
In what way?
You know, I suppose most moving of all was that visit out to the village we went to. The war memorial to the Vietnamese dead, and the incredible curiosity of those little kids. It does make you hope this can be put behind us as quickly as possible.
Thank you. You may want to introduce Mr. Fong, who's here.
Yes, I will.
Do you want her to sit up there?
Yes, I think it would be very nice if you did. Mr. Fong, would you come join us? We'd be very honored. Come join us. All right.
Then we're going to give all the hard questions to you. Come on up. Tell him we want to give him the hard questions. We want him to come.
Two of them. I didn't realize that. Then we can turn them back on.
All right, let's start. Ladies and gentlemen, we have literally just come back in from a day in the field. And today we had 3 separate excursions of the Select Committee out of Ho Chi Minh City. One group led by Senator Grassley stayed here in the city and met with the officials in Saigon who are involved in the various aspects of remains collection as well as live sighting reports and POW MIA affairs. Senator Grassley also met with the Orderly Departure Group, discussed live interviews with refugees from the re-education camps, and I think had a good chance to see the framework of the Ho Chi Minh City effort to assist in this program. Senator Brown went north to Da Nang with Bill Bell and with Colonel Paul. They are not yet back, but I anticipate from what Bill Bell indicated me was of interest to him that today should have been a very important and helpful day from their perspective, and they will report to us later. Senator Smith and I and a group went south from here through the Delta, making a number of different stops. And I'll just take a minute and then let Senator Smith offer his observations of the day, and then we'll turn to Senator Grassley and then answer your questions. The 2 days that we have had, or 2.5 days, between Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City have, I think, contributed very significantly to the process. We came here to test the Vietnamese readiness to follow up on offers of full and fair disclosure with respect to this issue. We also came here to try to advance that process. As people know, this committee's work is due to end in December. And it is the intention of Senator Smith and I and the other members of the committee to do our best to obviously live up to that obligation and to try to make a report to the American people that is comprehensive, thorough, and hopefully people will judge accurate. We feel that these days in Vietnam have significantly contributed to our capacity to look forward to doing that. We met in Hanoi with the General Secretary, Doi Moi. We met with the Foreign Minister, we met with the Defense Minister, with the Deputy Minister of the Interior, and each of them made the firmest commitments of desire to see this issue resolved and to make it happen. They offered us the opportunity to go anywhere in the country, and we started to put that to test yesterday in Hanoi with a few hours notice visit to a prison site that we had previously been denied access to. We ran into some communications difficulties in the prison in terms of exactly what it was that the head of the prison understood we were supposed to be able to see, but with the very fine effort of Mr. Fong and the Foreign Ministry, we were able to literally get through from there to the Minister of Interior. A series of phone calls were traded, which assisted in breaking down the communications problems and allowed 4 senators to walk through the entire prison area unannounced, to open any prison cell that had a padlock on it, and we did indeed ask for certain prison cells to be opened and saw people in them, and to review the entire area of that particular prison. I should put that in a context that if a crew of people from Vietnam arrived at Leavenworth or Sing Sing and said, we met with the president yesterday and he said we could visit anywhere we want, I suspect that the warden of the prison would ask for confirmation. Or the warden of the prison would want to know that he wasn't doing something that was in fact contrived that could result in a problem like a prison break or something else. So we were pleased with the level of cooperation. I think we all have to recognize that the government of Vietnam is not our government. It is not even our form of government. And there are clearly going to be hurdles to cross as we try to break down these barriers.